All right, let's talk about Bitcoin, because right now it is locked in this fascinating standoff. Seriously, the market is just holding its breath, wound up so tight with pressure coming from every single angle. So let's dive in and see what forces are clashing just under the surface.
And it all really comes down to this one number, $73,000. After a pretty nice rally recently, Bitcoin has just dug its heels in right here. And you know, this isn't just a price point. It's the current line in the sand. It's the battleground where bulls and bears are really fighting for control.
So what we've got here is this high-stakes plateau. Now, the market might look stable on the surface, but trust me, this is the calm before a potential storm. You've got these immense forces pushing and pulling against each other, creating this tense equilibrium that just can't last forever. So let's break those forces down. Okay, first up, let's look at the major upward pressure here, the institutional fuel. Now, if you think the big money players are just sitting on the sidelines waiting for some kind of clearer signal, well, the data tells a completely different story, and it's a much more bullish one. They're absolutely making moves right now.
Want to put a number on that momentum? How about this? $269 million. Look, inflows like this are a massive vote of confidence from some very sophisticated investors. But the really crucial part is understanding where exactly that capital is going. And this is what really shows the conviction. That entire $250 million plus, it flowed into one single ETF, BlackRock's IBIT, in one trading day. This isn't just some broad, scattered buying. No, this is a laser-focused, high-conviction statement from the world of big finance.
Okay, so you've got this massive wave of cash pouring in, right? But it's crashing up against this really formidable technical barrier. So let's jump over to the charts and see the specific price levels that are containing all this pressure and really defining the current fight.
Now, what's so interesting here is how perfectly this draws the battle lines. $72,700, that's the ceiling. That's the wall the bulls need to absolutely shatter. If they can manage to break through that decisively, the next logical stop is 76,100. It's really that simple. Conquer this resistance, and you unlock the next target. But here's the thing. The price charts, they only tell half the story. The other half is all about psychology. And right now, we're seeing this massive split in mindset between what the crowd is feeling and what the pros are actually doing.
And believe it or not, we can actually put a number on that crowd sentiment. And that number is 14. Now, on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, a score out of 100 this low isn't just caution. Oh no, it puts the retail market squarely in a state of extreme fear.
And this is the paradox right here. While the crowd is basically paralyzed by that extreme fear, the seasoned investors, the smart money, they're seeing a potential fire sale. They're following that old market mantra, right? Be greedy when others are fearful. And that's exactly what they're doing, strategically buying this dip. So you see the deadlock, right? You've got big money pushing up, a technical ceiling holding it down, and a market just starkly divided by fear. So what could possibly break the stalemate? Well, the answer might not come from the charts at all, but maybe from Washington. There's a potential catalyst on the horizon.
And that potential spark is the Clarity Act. A draft is expected to drop this month, and here's why it matters so much. For the next, even bigger wave of institutional cash to come in, the main barrier isn't price, it's uncertainty. This legislation could replace all that uncertainty with a clear set of rules, and that could potentially open the floodgates. So let's just recap the battlefield. You have institutional giants loading up their bags. You have a wall of technical resistance holding the line. You have a retail market that's running scared. And you have a potential regulatory green light just around the corner. All of these forces are converging on one critical point. So the only question left is, which way does it break?